Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. It should be the franchise's big comeback, especially for fans who are sick of Disney's timeline adventures where gender is a social construct and celebrities settle their disputes with Raiden, the old-fashioned way. This game was going to bring us to a much simpler time, and for older players like me, it was going to let me chase childhood nostalgia with people around the world like we're back in 1997. So before I get into any of the problems that I have with this game, or collection thereof, I want to go over the positives, and there are many of them. This is a great game wrapped in sloth and gluttony, which we'll get into afterwards, but be warned, it is heartbreaking. So starting off with one of the obvious positives for nostalgia heads like me, you've got the crypt, which is filled with all this cool stuff. You know, you get to like look at these little bits of video footage, and there's artwork and stories behind the making and all that cool stuff. Pit Fighter, who remembers that? What a great game. Incredible. But if you go down a little bit, there's just more cool stuff for you to go into. You can have a look and flip through the different concept arts. I mean, I know people won't really care about that, but there's a lot of detail in here, a lot of history. I think it's a nice positive, and it clearly took them some effort. Thank you. I appreciate it. You even get the combatants' history in different games. Look how Chameleon was. He looks awesome. Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, so on and so forth. This is all really good stuff, you know? And then the music player where you can check out all your favourite soundtracks, and I say all of them, there are a few missing from version to version, as you can probably tell here, but again, very well done. I appreciate the effort, at least. You went some effort. Okay, positive number 2, and this really does go without saying as this is what everybody expected, but we have a collection of some of the greatest games of all time in my opinion, even though this might seem dated to others, in this collection, with all different versions, which is a nice touch because they weren't just visually different, they had different frame properties, hit properties. It's nice to see they took the effort to put every single one in, so if you were like, I grew up with this on the Sega, or I grew up with this on the SNES, you can go back to that and experience the other and the arcade and vice versa. This is incredible detail that it probably wasn't that hard to do, but again, it's effort that I strongly appreciate. You know, especially with all the box art and the arcade art and everything that you can go back and look at. You can get the 3D models of these and go through them, sorry. It's all very, very nice, you know? And it all plays very, very well on single player. You even get these cool features where you can go into the arcade, training mode, fatality training. With the inputs there, it's all very helpful, especially if you never played these games before. That's going to be something that's going to incentivize you to give it a go. So again, well done on that. So as you can see here, I'm hovering over the fatality training on Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 Arcade Edition. You can see the many options that they've implemented with the ultimate fatality time, fatality distance, which allows you to select fatality and it'll show you a green box of where you should be stood. That's excellent because some of them will say sweep and you actually stood miles away. That's really good, really helpful, appreciate it. Play as Human Smoke. Some of the games will have enableable cheat codes per se, where you can play as certain characters. You just have to enable that. That's a nice touch. And then if you play a console version, I'm going to check now, but I'm pretty sure the cheat codes still work. But let me have a look. Okay, so as you can see here, we're booting up Mortal Kombat 2 for the Sega. That background and the filter that's currently on, I'll get into in a minute because it's a nice touch, but it is the default every time you boot into a game. I'll talk about that later. Right now, I'm going to press start. I'm going to go to options and we're going to put in the cheat code, and hopefully this should activate test mode. Yeah, there we go. Still got it. So test mode, still there with a bunch of cheats. As cheesy as one it kills or no damage, down to some more experimental stuff. The point is, cheat codes still work like they used to, and again, that's a very nice touch for the console version. So in summary, we've got a great collection of games here, restored to their original properties, that play fantastically well when you're offline, I'll get into that, that are very well restored, you know, and they're as fun as they ever were, with slightly better resolution. It's such a nice thing to have your hands on, especially with stuff like Special Forces and Mythologies, you know, quite rare to get those games today. It's a nice little way to have them stored in there, with the handhelds included. Are these all great games? No, there's a couple of shitters. But they're all important to the legacy of Mortal Kombat, they deserve a place here, Very well done on that front. Now we have to get into the things that I don't like. Right, I have been biting my fucking tongue ever since I started this video. That ends now. Where the hell is the option to invite a friend? You can see here, you can play offline, you can look for a quick match. You even have online options. Oh yeah, there's going to be some input lag, sure thing. Connection strength, I want it on 3+. I don't want to play people in Brazil because they're going to have a bad time, I'm going to have a bad time. Fair enough. Cross-region matchmaking still on though. If you have good enough connection, let's play. Where the hell is my friend invite option? How the hell can a fighting game release without this? This is by the people that made the Street Fighter collection as well. It's fucking rancid when you think about it, because from my memory, I was able to play with friends immediately on that game. What the fuck happened here? On top of all this, of course, there's no crossplay. This is going to make it increasingly difficult to find a game very, very soon. And in case you didn't think they felt like they were going to kill the fan base quick enough, let's go to quick match. Oh, okay. Choose the game and version that you want to play. Sure, no problem. There's a lot missing, but it makes sense. Why not? That's fine. What's not fine is, why can't I filter the search? Why can't I say I'd be happy to play Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 no matter what version? Or Mortal Kombat 3, or I'd be happy to play Mortal Kombat 2, or Mortal Kombat 3, or Trilogy, all in one search? Why is this a bad thing? Because the game is going to die so fast, I'll be sat there going, I really hope there was somebody that's itching to play the SNES version online. When the player base dwindles, you are not going to be able to fucking find anyone with this system whatsoever. You need to be able to filter this. The fucking player base is going to die so fast with no crossplay that this is not an option, it's not okay. On top of this, there's no fucking lobby mode neither. Of course there isn't, you can't invite your friends, why would you expect a lobby mode? Well, again, it'd just be a nice touch to fucking make the game survive, but if you want it to die in a fucking month, no problem. You've gone about it the right way, and this is heartbreaking to me because you're killing the game so fast, and I haven't even got into the problems yet. When you play online, you will be riddled with disgusting, despicable sound bugs. They're unavoidable. Take a look at the stream I made last night. Listen to this shit. Why is the sound so fucking buggy on the online? Who tested this shit? On the safety. I can't deal with the sound that this game's emitting. Why is it so fucking crunched and fucked? Getting it. You're fucking getting it.
Nightwolf wins. Fatality.
Why is the sound so fucked up whenever you play online? I tested the single player. Sound works great. Yeah, online it's like... So the gameplay runs reasonably well. But these sound bugs are fucking destroying my ears when I'm trying to use a fucking headset. I can't even speak because my brain's still scrambled from the fucking frequencies that were blasted deep inside my fucking brain last night. And this happens every fucking game. I don't know why these sound bugs exist only online. If we could fix that, that'd be great. But again, it's pissing me off because having this kind of shit on launch really annihilates his player base very, very quickly. And this isn't even the only massive issue online. If I just go to local to prove my point with this one. Let's boot up a game I've never played. I don't think I've gone on, I don't know. Have I gone on the SNES version of MK2? I could even go back to the Sega, but look at this, right? Play game. Nice. You've got this filter and this border that comes up every single time. You have to hold the back button until this loads up. Go to screen options to then erase it if you don't want it there. Which most of the time, if you're playing online and you want to see what you're fucking doing as clearly as possible, you are not going to want to see that. Is the filter a nice touch? Yes, it looks cool. I'm very happy that they would go through that kind of effort. Kind of like Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, where the new graphics are far superior. You can still look at the old ones. That's great. I love that. But to have this every fucking time without being able to change it, I haven't even took the TV filter off. You see how much clearer it is without it? Look at this shit, right? Get rid, okay? I just want to play the game and see what I'm doing, and that's fine. If you like the filter, that's great, I do too, but my point is, you cannot, when you're in the main menu, yep, thank you, nice one. Let's go back to the Sega, because we know we haven't fixed that. If I hover over it and I'm like, game settings, okay. Why the fuck can't I get rid of the filter before I get online? Because then I have to slowly scramble. You've got to dash to your character select, because it will fucking fly away. You got to pick your character, hold that, and hope you get to the fucking screen settings that you like before you're getting your ass beat. That's just a simple fuck up that was easily avoidable. Why have they... It's fucking lazy. A lot of the problems in this game are just fucking lazy. That's what it is, and that's why it's so infuriating. Like, check this shit out. You want to talk about lazy? No problem, I'll talk about fucking lazy. Combat card, this is a neat feature, right? You get to see what you've most played. Online wins, online losses, offline wins, great. Who you play as the most, what game you play the most. But then you can tell it's fucking broken. Let me show you the evidence. In 29 minutes I've had 22 online wins, 3 online losses, and 2 offline wins, with some training mode and me fucking about just like I showed you. Those stats don't add up. I'm shit at maths, that doesn't add up one bit, I'm telling you now. I put my last penny on it. That's broke. There's a lot of lazy shit that's layered throughout this game that's just really bringing the quality of it down. These games are an absolute gem, and they made the gameplay sublime. Well done. Why the fuck is it riddled with this many mistakes? I have no idea what the fucking thought process was to get it out the door this way. And if we come back to the combat card real quick, I just want to give you some more evidence that they don't give a fuck about your online experience. They've got your money now, fuck you. Recent replays. Only does online versus. Only does online. Why can't you get online replays? You can't even do that shit. Again, that's not like the fucking end of the world. The game was a 10, now it's a 0. But it's so riddled with laziness from here to there to here to there. It's so fucking... It adds up, man. It adds up fast. Side note, while I'm here editing this, I forgot to mention that you can't play tag mode or 8v8 online. There's so many other problems that I didn't even have chance to bring that up. My brain was so fried with the other list of problems, so that slipped me. But yeah, you can only play 1v1 online. That's not great. I mean, if that never changes, fair enough. It would have been nice to play tag mode online, but I get it, man. You can't ask for everything. That's how it is. So, Mortal Kombat Legacy Kollection. Again, it is a diamond covered in fucking rough. Okay? I really hope they polish and fix this, but leaving the game like this at launch is very, very terrifying. I'm really worried that the player base is going to die much quicker than it ever needed to because of all these mistakes, be it the crossplay, the online bugs, whatever. The laziness. They could have just fixed it. I would have even, you know, appreciated a delay in the game's release just to make sure that when it did release, people didn't fucking cyberpunk it where it's like, what the fuck, I'm handing this back. Because these games, I and many others, I've had access to play these games for years now, at my own leisure at any time. Yes, it's nice to have them back with better resolution on my PC at the click of a button, but the online was such a big part of this game. There's no ranked mode, by the way, but nobody gives a shit about that because you're not really coming here to prove anything, are you? I mean, me personally, I'm just jumping on to relive my childhood and have fun on these great games that have been done very well in this collection again. And before I get tongue twisted, I'd just like to say that this was all completely avoidable and it needs to be fixed ASAP, or again, the Cyberpunk situation where it's getting refunded to fuck and people are like, what the actual fuck? I already had these games. Even if you look at the fucking... That voice crack was wild, but even if you look at the MK Arcade collection that we had on the 360, you still had a leaderboard then. The online worked fine. There was less games of game versions as well to pick from. Finding a match was easier because of it. We need a filtered search in this one to sort of bring that as an option. But it's not all doom and gloom. I've had fun on this, I will continue to have fun on this, and I will continue to complain about these mistakes until they're rectified. Not because I'm here to just dog on this game or this collection, but because I love it so much. I want it to thrive, and I want it to have the quality that it deserves. They've got close to giving it the quality it deserves. You just need to scratch out, sandpaper all these lazy decisions that are there at launch. Fix it, and this game will be great. I would honestly give the collection close to a 9 or a 10 if it wasn't riddled with this kind of shit. But because it is, it drops all the way down to like a 6. It's horrible. Maybe a 5. Can't invite a friend. Holy fuck, that's bad. That is so bad, it's unreal. That's blinding. When Dead or Alive 6 released, people, rightly so, were angry that there was no lobby mode. Fuck lobby mode! I can't play with a single friend! In a fighting game, what the actual fuck has happened? It's 2025 and we've gone so far fucking backwards, not just with the fucking old games, in the worst ways possible. How the fuck has that happened? Anyway, I'm done swearing. I've got all my hurt feelings out now. I'd like to finalise by just saying that, again, this collection's amazing. Let's just fix the mistakes. I'll be very, very happy with this. I just don't want to see the game die. I hope it gets the support that it needs and that it deserves. I had a lot of fun streaming this game last night. I'd like to thank anybody that came and viewed. I had a good time, you know? Despite the problems, I had a lot of fun. I'm very happy to have these games back. Let's just give them the love they deserve, please. Honest to God, you've done so well with the crypt is incredible. That didn't even need to be in the game. And you went through all that effort to give us all that history. Show us the love for the franchise over the years. But then with its release, the love's missing, man. The online especially, the love is missing. Let's just give it that. Add that back. We got a perfect collection. Because I love playing these games offline and doing the arcade and stuff. But I want to be able to interact with people, play with people. Especially if I go on stream and I'm like, hey guys, who wants to play a game? That's what I'm all about, man. I want to play with people in a much more fluid way. That's all I want. And the screen filter and stuff, it annoys me. But it should be an easy fix, and it's not the end of the world if that never gets fixed. It's just the piling of so many bad decisions that makes me freak out so much. I could let 1, 2, maybe even 3 slide, but there's so many. So many. And this game doesn't deserve it. Anyway, I'm going to leave on a positive by just saying, let me know your experience with this collection, or if you've even bought it yet, or if you're waiting for it to be fixed, if you've heard the bad news. I personally bought the game no matter what, and then experienced it for myself, because I'm such a big fan. I'm going to leave on a high note. I'll show you a couple of highlights from my stream last night. I really did have fun. And again, thank you for watching and let me vent in your ears. I'm just a stranger to you online, and you've sat there and let me berate your eardrums. So thanks again. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Take care. You're in out of your fucking league here, son.
Wins. Flawless victory.
There we go, it's Run Block. We got it. I fucking love this one as well. See you later. How to invite friend. No online matches with friends. No private match allowed at all in Legacy Collection. Are you fucking serious? Lobbies and private matches coming soon, I've just read. That you'd think that'd be on fucking launch, wouldn't you? Are you having a fucking laugh? There he is! Oh my goodness! You've stream sniped me. Wow! Make this count. I can't believe this is what you have to do to play with your fucking friends. Or family, in this case. Come on! Beast on him! Yes! We got it! We fucking got it! Oh, man.
Animality.
Okay. Woo!